You don't need a storied past to enjoy a good book. And as we told you Friday, Daliyah Arana is a perfect example of that, having already read more than 1,000 books. And she's only 4 years old. DeMarco Morgan traveled to Gainesville, Georgia, to hear Daliyah's story in her own words.
Ooh, a hot dog. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
For 4-year-old Daliyah Arana, it is not hard to find the appetite to read.
I broke my trunk.
The small-town Georgia girl feels most at home here at the local library, where she's able to check out books as the owner of her own library card.
I wrote a muffin.
The story of how Daliyah became a voracious reader began when she was just 2 years old. Her mom got her involved in a local program that encourages kids to read 1,000 books before they reach kindergarten.
When I was 3, I was sometimes reading like a robot. But now I'm reading like a smart kid.
Daliyah says she surpassed that goal before preschool.
I get to learn new words and stuff.
So what's one of the words that you are learning now?
I've already learned punctiliousness.
That's a big word.
Last week, Daliyah was invited to the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C., where she served as librarian for the day. She received a tour from Carla Hayden, the nation's first woman and African-American to head the library.
So what did you most enjoy about the Library of Congress? Did you get a chance to touch some of the books?
I didn't get to touch the books, but they gave us some books.
They gave you some books?
Yeah, we got to keep them.
She's read 5 to 7 books in a day.
Daliyah's mother, Halima Arana, believes the child prodigy developed her love for reading while she was still in her mother's womb.
By the time she was a year old, she was already well into the habit. My main hope is that she will inspire other children to read.
Deeply rooted in the American dream, I have a dream.
We were there as Daliyah rehearsed Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous I Have a Dream speech.
We hold these truths to be self-evident
At the Hall County Library, ahead of her performance to mark the national holiday.
I have a dream that
And Daliyah is still able to be a little girl because when you hear a 4-year-old reading 1,000 books, you're like, okay, wait a minute. Did she get a chance to play outside?
She's exactly. She's still a 4-year-old.
What do you want to be when you grow up? Have you thought about it?
Yes, I want to be a paleontologist.
What is that?
Well, a paleontologist, they study dinosaurs.
Whether it's through a word
Yes.
or a sentence,
Tell my very best friend about it.
Daliyah says her first 1,000 books are just the opening chapter of her story.
The end.
For CBS This Morning, DeMarco Morgan, Gainesville, Georgia.
Will I take a nap?
Boy.
How much do we love this little girl?
I
That
know.
at 4 years old, she already knows she wants to be a paleontologist. Yeah,
I know.
Wow.
1,000 books.
And I have to correct what I said earlier. Punctilious actually means showing great attention to detail or correct behavior, like meticulous.
All right.
So, outdone by a 4-year-old.
Yeah, that's always fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, listen, I had to Google it, so I get it.